There is a disturbing moment in Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Disturbing not because it is dramatic, but because it is honest. It is the kind of honesty that destabilizes faith, the kind that leaves no ground intact. Most readers pass over it quickly. They are eager for aphorisms, for heroic proclamations, for inspiration they can quote and carry like a badge. But this moment is different. It does not flatter the reader, it threatens them. In the chapter titled On the Bestowing Virtue, Zarathustra, the teacher, the prophet, the voice through which Nietzsche speaks, turns to his own disciples and says something no spiritual guide is supposed to say. Not gently, not symbolically, not wrapped in comfort. He says, "Now I go alone, my disciples. You too must go alone. Thus I will have it. I advise you, leave me and guard yourselves against Zarathustra. Better still, be ashamed of him. Perhaps he has deceived you." This is not humility. This is not politeness. This is not a test of loyalty. This is a demolition. The master dismisses his followers. More than that, he warns them against himself. He invites suspicion. He plants doubt where devotion was growing. Why would anyone do this? Why would a thinker sabotage his own authority? Why would a teacher dissolve the very structure that gives him power? Why would a prophet refuse worship? Because Nietzsche does not want believers, and belief, to him, is already a form of decay. He does not write to give you answers. He writes to remove your need for them. He does not want disciples. He wants individuals capable of standing alone in a meaningless universe without asking for permission to exist. To understand this, it helps to look at the idea through a story. There was a young student who spent years searching for enlightenment. He crossed borders and languages, lived in monasteries, sat at the feet of monks and ascetics, slept on stone floors, learned rituals, breathing techniques, disciplines of silence and deprivation. Everywhere he went, he was promised the same thing: truth, meaning, a final answer to the unease gnawing inside him. And everywhere the same thing happened. The words were different, but the structure was identical. A doctrine, a hierarchy, a map drawn by someone else. After years of seeking, something inside him collapsed. Not dramatically, quietly. The teachings no longer sounded profound. They sounded recycled, echoes of older echoes. Second-hand certainties passed down like heirlooms no one dared to question. He realized that all he had accumulated were beliefs, not understanding, concepts, not clarity, descriptions of reality, not reality itself. Exhausted and empty, he abandoned the search. He took a job working on a remote farm. The farmer who hired him was not impressive. He did not speak in metaphors, did not quote scriptures, did not claim insight. He worked, he observed. He spoke only when necessary. At first, the student challenged him constantly, argued over small things, assumed instinctively that this man was simply another unconscious teacher, someone unknowingly spreading yet another worldview. But time did what arguments could not. The student began to notice something unsettling. The farmer was calm, not peaceful in a sentimental way, but grounded. There was no urgency in him. No need to convince, no hunger to be right. When he spoke, his words were precise. When he listened, he was fully present. Slowly, almost without noticing, the student began to agree more, to question less, to listen without resistance. His old spiritual hunger returned, disguised as respect. Months passed. One day, the farmer noticed something that disturbed him. The student had stopped disagreeing, so he said simply, "I think it's time for you to leave." The student was stunned. "Leave? Why?" The farmer answered calmly, "When you arrived, we learned together. You questioned me. You tested what I said. Now you accept everything. You've stopped investigating. You've become a believer. But I came searching for truth, the student protested. "And I found it here, in you." The farmer sighed. "Truth?" he said. "You're lost?" Anger rose in the student. "How can you dismiss me like this? After all this time?" The farmer unfolded an old, worn map on the table. "Tell me," he asked, "what do you see?" "The farm, the river, the mountains." "No," the farmer said. "You see an image of them, not the things themselves." He traced the lines with his finger. "Centuries from now, the river may dry, the mountains will erode. This farm may become a city." He looked up. "This map is not reality. It's a memory frozen in ink." Then he continued, "A man's knowledge is like this map. It captures fragments of experience. It can be shared, but it can never replace direct perception. A man can tell you what he saw, but he cannot see for you. The moment you follow me, you stop following reality. You begin living by my map, and you never learn to draw your own. And if my map is wrong," he said quietly, "you will be lost with me. You won't even be able to correct me, because you never learned how to walk alone." The student said nothing. The farmer concluded, "If you learn to see for yourself, if you create your own map, then we may meet again, not as master and disciple, but as equals. Then we can compare paths, correct one another. Walk together, not in belief, but in awareness." The student nodded. "I understand," he said. "I'll pack my things." Nietzsche once wrote, in a private letter, "If you desire peace of mind and comfort, believe. If you desire truth, investigate." Zarathustra sends his disciples away because they still believe, and belief, to Nietzsche, is the enemy of life. Believers do not encounter the world. They encounter interpretations of it. They live through borrowed frameworks, inherited meanings, second-hand values. They mistake conviction for clarity. Followers are dangerous not because they are evil, but because they stop seeing. They replace reality with doctrine, experience with explanation, uncertainty with loyalty. When that happens, something vital is lost. The possibility of correction disappears. The friction between perspectives dies. The individual dissolves into the crowd. Investigators, on the other hand, suffer more, but they see more. They build their own maps. They make mistakes. They get lost. They revise. And because of that, they add something real to the world. Nietzsche does not want kneeling disciples. He wants upright spirits. He would rather be rejected than worshipped, denied than repeated, surpassed than obeyed. That is why Zarathustra says, "Leave me." Not because he is worthless, but because you are worthless as long as you need him. And in the end, this is not advice. It is not a command. It is not truth. It is only an interpretation, a provisional map. Question it, reject it, refute it, or throw it away. But above all, do not follow anyone until you have learned how to walk alone. There is something rare about staying until the end of a video like this. It means you didn't just scroll. You didn't just consume. You stayed with an idea long enough for it to leave a mark. And that already matters more than most people realize. Content like this isn't made to entertain you for a few seconds. It's made to sit with you, to unsettle you, to put words to thoughts you may have carried in silence for years. And the truth is simple and uncomfortable. This kind of work only exists because someone on the other side is willing to truly listen. If you're here, watching, reflecting, returning, you're already part of something. You're already helping more than you think. Still, if this channel has ever helped you think more clearly, feel less alone, or see the world with a sharper, more honest lens, there is a way to go a little deeper. Becoming a member is not about status. It's about belonging to a quieter space, a place where ideas are less rushed, more raw, more personal. Members help keep this channel independent, uncompromised, and free from turning into just another algorithm-friendly voice saying nothing. And if, in a specific moment, a video truly resonated with you, if it felt like it put language to something you couldn't explain, using super thanks is a simple way of saying, "This mattered to me," not out of obligation, out of recognition. That said, hear this clearly and honestly. If all you can do is watch, reflect, and maybe share a video with someone who needs it, that already helps a lot. Truly, your attention is not nothing. Your presence is not invisible. But if you want to support the continuation of this kind of content, if you want to be closer to the process, if you want to help keep this space alive and uncompromised, consider becoming a member. Consider using super thanks when it feels right. Not because you owe anything, but because you're already here. And that means something.